Hey everyone, welcome back to another shorter Vinyasa practice. Today we're going to be focusing on a beautiful benefit that yoga gives us, which is the ability to focus and concentrate. So what we're going to do is that at the beginning of this practice, we're going to test our concentration by counting 8 breaths and seeing how long we can hold our focus for throughout those breaths. And then at the end of the practice, we're going to do the same thing. And we might have noticed that by the end, some energy is shifted and we can focus a little bit better. Now, this is a short form version of a 60-minute class that we have in our Patreon account. It is such a beautiful practice and we're out in such a beautiful location as well. So if you're keen to try it, I will leave the link in the description below. Okay, we're going to begin in a seated position. If you wanted to elevate your hips onto something just to make it a little bit easier to lift tall through the lower spine, then you might bring in a block or a blanket or a pillow. Otherwise, nothing is totally fine as well. Okay, lift tall through the spine, shoulders stack on top of the hips. Deep breath in through the nose. And then as we exhale, let's close down the eyes. Allow for the shoulders to roll up and back slightly. And then a little bit down towards your hips. Bringing some focus to the breath. Noticing your inhales through the nose. And exhales out through the nose. Maybe you constrict the back of the throat, finding your Ujjayi pranayama, making that wave-like sound. That's going to help slow the breath down, allow us to find more control. And then in your own time, we're going to count 8 breaths, and I encourage you to make these breaths quite slow and purposeful when you're ready. Once you've completed kind of approximately 8 breaths, just release the breath count. Reflect on that and how it felt for you. Did you find you were able to maintain your focus throughout the 8 breaths? Or did you get to breath number 2 and completely lose focus? And don't worry, that's me most days. The more we practice it, the better we get at it. Hence why we're here. Open the eyes, remove anything that you might have from underneath you. Let's come into a tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're not going to move a huge amount today, but just some simple asana sequences to help us find focus. A few rounds of our cat and cow. Inhale, opening through the chest, lift up the tailbone, squeeze the shoulder blades back. As we exhale, push away from the ground, tuck the chin in towards the chest, belly button lifts. Inhale to open, squeeze the shoulder blades back. Exhale to round. Let's go 3 more rounds. Connecting each movement with a breath allows us to find a little bit more focus and flow. And then come back through a neutral spine, step the hands forward a little bit, tuck onto the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Maybe you pedal out the feet here, dropping one heel down, dropping the other heel down. Creating some space through the back of the legs, through the shoulders, pressing through the hands to draw the chest back a little bit towards the thighs. We're going to begin a new sequence. Use your next breath in, sweep the right toes high, 3-legged dog, holding here. Just me slipping on my mat. You're trying to square the hips. So right hip in line with the left, same with the shoulders. Take another deep breath in through the nose. As we exhale, start to roll yourself forward, right knee towards the nose. Set the right foot in between the hands, setting up for high lunge. Inhale as you lift the arms above the head. As you exhale, soften the hips slightly, draw the shoulder blades down the back. Imagine like you're trying to squeeze the legs towards each other. Take another deep breath in. As we exhale, lengthen your right leg, sweep the hands behind you, tip from the hips, lean forward a little bit. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale to sweep. Hinging forward. Let's go one more time. Breathe in and lift. Exhale to sweep, hold here. Okay, so we're bracing through the core. We're thinking right hip back, left hip forward. You might just keep the hands by the sides, or you could bring them behind your back, holding onto the opposite elbow. Take a deep breath in through the nose. As we exhale, little twist to the right. Drawing the right shoulder back, left shoulder underneath. Trying to keep the spine super long. Notice how that changes the sensation to a little bit more into the outside of the leg. Let's open into Warrior 2. Breathe in as you land your left heel down, open through the arms. As we exhale, let's hold. Bend the right knee roughly stacked on top of the ankle. Left leg is long, left toes turning to the side. Use your next breath in, flip your right hand, start to reverse, left hand down the left thigh. As we exhale, right arm comes up and over. If you wanted to try walk your hand down a little further to the shin, go for it. Find that length. Use your next breath in, frame out your front foot, tuck onto your left toes. As we exhale, step back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Maybe you stay here, or as we inhale, roll forward into your plank position. Either on your knees or your toes, Chaturanga, tuck the elbows in by the ribs. Come down onto your belly. Untuck the toes, breathe in for Cobra, engage through the glutes, roll the shoulders back. As we exhale, lower down, push to knees, tuck toes, lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through the nose. As we exhale, can you lift the hips up a little higher? Let's try that on the other side. Breathe in as we sweep the left toes high, 3-legged dog. Hold here. Squaring the hips again, a little bend through your right knee. Take another deep breath in, maybe lift the left heel slightly higher. As we exhale, roll forward, left knee towards the nose. Step the left foot in between the hands. High lunge, breathe in, come high onto your back toes, arms overhead. Exhale to hold. We're getting a little bit weighty through our hips, back leg really long, feeling opening through the right hip flexors. Take another deep breath in. As we exhale, lengthen your left leg, sweep the hands behind. Remember, we're tapping the hips. Okay, so push them back, lean the upper body forward. Inhale as you bend your knee, lift the arms. As we exhale, sweep the hands behind. Let's go one more, breathe and lift up. As we exhale, sweep back, hold here. Shoulder blades draw down the back. You might stay with the hands by the sides or bring them to the opposite elbow. Take another deep breath in. As we exhale, twist to the left, drawing the right shoulder underneath the left shoulder back, keeping the spine really long. You might feel this a little bit more through the side of the glute, down the side of the leg. Warrior 2, breathe in, land the right heel down, open the arms up wide. Exhale to hold. Feeling stable, feeling grounded through the feet, looking towards your left middle finger. Use your next breath in, flip your left hand, start to reverse, right hand down the right thigh, maybe the right shin. Exhale to hold, keep sending your left knee forward. Use your next breath in, hands frame out your front foot, tuck onto the right toes as we exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe you stay here or breathe in, roll forward. High plank position. Exhale, chaturanga. Strong core brace, option to come halfway. Inhale into maybe cobra, maybe downward facing dog. As we exhale, upward facing dog. As we exhale, downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Obviously, I need to work on my focus and concentration. Okay, we're going to flow through that sequence one more time each side, a little bit more, one breath per movement. Use your next breath in, sweep the right toes high. As we exhale, roll forward, right knee towards the nose. Step the right foot in between the hands. Inhale as you lift your arms above your head, high lunge. Hold here for your exhale. Take another deep breath in. As we exhale, lengthen the right leg, sweep the hands behind. Strong through the core. 2 more times. Breathe and lift up. Exhale to sweep. 1 more. Breathe and lift up. Exhale to sweep. Hold here. Maybe the hands stay by the side or take the hands behind the back. Inhale. As we exhale, turn the chest towards the right. Maybe you can find you can twist a little deeper. Warrior 2, breathe in as you open your arms up wide. Turn to the left. Exhale to hold. Flip your right hand, breathe into reverse. Exhale, hold. This time, let's find our side angle pose. Breathe in, right elbow to right thigh. Exhale, left arm up and over, Utthita Pajrakonasana. If you felt like a little bit more, you could reach the right fingertips towards the ground. Maybe even the right hand plants down, left shoulder rolling back. 1 more breath. Breathe in, hands come to the ground, frame out your front foot. As we exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Stay here or breathe in, ripple forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, your back bend of choice. Press through the tops of the feet. As we exhale, downward facing dog. One more time on the other side. Inhale, left toe sweep high. Exhale, roll forward, left knee to the nose. Step the left foot in between the hands, high lunge. Breathe in, arms overhead. Exhale, hold. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, sweep the hands behind. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale to sweep. 1 more, breathe in. Exhale. Hold here. Hands might come behind. Take another deep breath in. As we exhale, turn the chest towards the left. Remember, right shoulder underneath, left shoulder back. One more breath. Warrior two. Breathe in, right heel lands down, open the arms to the side. Exhale to hold, sink into the hips. Inhale to reverse, left hand flips, left hand comes up. Exhale, hold, keep sinking the left knee forward. Inhale, left elbow comes down to the thigh, right arm comes up and over. Exhale, hold again. Utthita Parsvakonasana. Maybe you stay here. Floor. Left hand could reach down towards the foot. Maybe the left palm even touches the ground. We want to focus on opening the chest though. Breathe in, hands frame out your front foot as we exhale, downward facing dog. Last time here, breathe in if you would like, ripple it forward. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend of choice. As we exhale, knees down, come into a seated position. So sitting down on your heels maybe. Vitrasana. Thunderbolt position. Or you can alternatively find child's pose for a couple of breaths. If you aren't already in a seated position that feels good to sit in for our few breaths, then maybe you find that now. Bringing our awareness just back to our breaths. Closing down the eyes. And then, when you're ready, counting 8 breaths. Once you've counted roughly 8 breaths, just let that breath count go. Notice if there was any changes in terms of your ability to concentrate and to hold on to those counts. Maybe there was no change. That's okay. The more you practice it, the easier it becomes. Let's start to open the eyes. That's where we'll finish our practice today. Thank you so much for joining me in this really short and sweet class. I hope that you enjoyed it. And remember, we do have that longer 60-minute class, which allows us to even drop in even further, going over some yoga philosophy, as well as a really juicy asana sequence. So I look forward to joining you here on YouTube or on Patreon at some point. Thank you.